Late May, June Mythic Troops rotations. Which one to get and not to get. Now, when you get these Mythics, I always suggest getting enough copies to push them to level 4, because that's when they can survive and compete well with level 6 legendaries. You're going to need around 12,000 to 15,000 gems per Mythic. I added the clip of me explaining this at the end for those who are interested. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on each troop, but the link will be in the description below for the ones that I had gone over in the past. Instead, I'm going to rank them here from what I recommend getting from the highest value to the lowest, and the minimum level you should try to get them to if you can't afford them as new players. So the best one that I'll recommend if you can only afford one of these through the rotations is the Radiant Warrior, because survival of the front line is important. I'll say get him to at least level 3 if you're a new player. Next, the Bone Marksman. This is the best character in the whole game, and he's good and useful in all modes. For new players, you can have him level 2 and he'll be good for a while, but definitely worth getting a level 4. Next is the Necromancer. His summoning ability helps reinforce the front lines and is very disruptive and annoying. New players, at least level 3 is fine. Woodland Guardian is good for all modes, at least a level 3. Light Seeker, hard hitting, great ability, great utility. This one, however, if you can't get a level 4, I'll say pass. Frost Queen has a great ability for backstabs and outflanks. And the Mist Archer, only if you have all the mythics that I mentioned before. If you do get her, I recommend at least a level 4. Darkmoon Queen, now this one is good if you're a mid-level player, and you're going to want her to be at least at level 4. Red Blade is the complete opposite. It's good if you're a new player, and you really only have to get him level 2 if you're a mid player. And on, he's really useless. And then for the summoning event, I suggest spending around 30 scrolls per grouping, because the first 10 gives you a chest here, and then the next 20 gives you forge stones. If you're a new player and want to spend more or want to know which ones are best to target, I suggest going for the Starlight Apostle, the Night King, and the Geomancer. For those that don't know, I'm going to explain how many gems is needed for the Wheel and Cardmaster to get a level 4 Mythic. In order to get a level 4 of any troop, you need 8 copies. The more common of the two is the Wheel. You spin the wheel for a chance at the Mythic. 100 gems for 1 spin, 500 gems for 5 spins. In the Wheel, you have a 3.5% chance of landing 1 Mythic and a 0.5% chance of landing for 2 Mythics. You also get a free copy at 10 spins in this chest, and after 25 spins, you get 1 more in this chest, and after 100 spin, you get 2 out of this chest. Here is the math after asking Google. The average spin to get him is around 110 spins, meaning you need an average of 11,000 gems, but I recommend having a few thousand extra, around 13,000. Next, the Cardmaster. There's 12 cards. Once shuffled, they will be all face down, like these. You can draw all the cards, but that's counterintuitive. Instead, you want to draw until you flip the Mythic, and then reset and reshuffle. Each draw costs 250 gems. Here's the math for that from Google. If the average is 33, then you need 9,000 gems, but I recommend having around 12,000 to be safe. The math also includes the free mythics that you get from this chest here after 10 draws, 30 draws, and 60 draw.